A senior career advisor is in an organization for one primary reason, and that is to help to elevate your career and to accelerate your journey to senior executive positions. Many organizations are starting to use the role of a senior career advisor to help not only retain their best people, but more importantly, to help guide their people through the organization and through their career journey. Many organizations deploy employee surveys, and what they've heard back over the last 5 years or so, and frankly, even pre-COVID, so let's say over the last 10 years, they've heard back increasingly from their employees that one of the things that those employees would desire more of is help around the career journey and career pathing. So many organizations like financial services organizations, consulting organizations, and even Fortune 500 companies are starting to put senior career advisors in place internally to help their high potential employees move even faster throughout the organization and to retain those employees. Now, most often they are assigning senior career advisors to, quote, the high pose, the high potentials. So if you've been identified in your organization as somebody that has high potential to move up in the organization and maybe one day manage different parts of that organization, and you have been assigned a senior career advisor, you want to use that advisor wisely and you want to use them aggressively. Now, how do you use that person? Clearly, you've been assigned a senior career advisor, so you should not be thinking about them as a mentor, somebody who knows you very well and can give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and will always give it to you straight, no chaser, because that person may or may not know you very well, and you may or may not know that person very well. So obviously, you're not going to feel that comfortable giving your good, your bad, and your ugly. But you want to ask that person about the various roles they have had. You want to talk to them about what you've done, what you've really liked, what you learned, and you may not have liked it so much, but nevertheless, it was a learning opportunity for you. You might want to talk to them about the fact that you don't have visibility within the organization. You don't know where you can go from the seat that you are currently in. But you want to say, here are my highest aspirations. I'd like to one day run this business unit, or I'd like to be responsible for this division, or I'd like to put myself in a position to maybe one day be able to run the company, or maybe I'd like to get the kind of role that you have. What is the path? What kind of skills do I need to acquire? What kind of exposure do I need? So for example, if you are working for a global organization and you'd like to one day run a major part of that business, then part of your journey will be getting a global assignment. You might have worked for the last 5 or 6 years in the United States, but let's say that your organization has a presence in Europe, they have a presence in Africa, they have a presence in Asia. You might want to ask for assignments in those areas, maybe at the same level, maybe even doing the same job. But because it is in a different country, by definition, it will be a different experience. So those are the kinds of things that you can talk to a senior career advisor about. Now, here's something to note about a senior career advisor. Often, the person that is going to be assigned or named as a senior career advisor will be in another part of the organization, and they will be senior, and they will have influence in the organization, and they will have an organizational-wide network, which means there's virtually no one that they cannot get to or would be able to connect you to if that happens to be your area of interest. If you are 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 years in the organization, you probably do not have the kind of network that that senior career advisor has. So at a minimum, you want to get plugged into that person's network. You also want to make sure that you are following up on what that person is asking you to do. If they tell you you should call these 3 people, have a conversation with that one, go out to lunch with this one, or go sit in on a presentation that that person is doing, do it. The way to show up as a good career advisee, follow up and follow through. If that senior person realizes that you're not following through on any of the directives that they've given you, then they're probably not going to be as invested and lean in as much as they can around helping you. But if you have been told that you are getting assigned a senior career advisor, the organization cares a lot about you staying with that organization. That's huge. That's significant. Don't discount it. Use that resource and use it aggressively. Make sure that as you are collecting these experiences, if you're going from one thing to the other, which might be the case if you are in a fast-paced, dynamic, competitive environment, write it down, what you learned. Write down what you got from that conversation. Make sure that when you're meeting with that person, you can follow up and you can report on what that conversation was like or what that experience was all about, so that that person, when they're sitting in the senior career advisors meeting and they're reporting on their advisees, they will have great things to say about you because the organization will follow up. Go get them.